بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Riyad Razazi, welcoming you to Homemade Happiness. أهلا وسهلا أهلا وسهلا وقيل مرحبا. أهلا أهلا يا هلا ومرحبا. This is Riyad Razazi and this is episode number 8 of Homemade Happiness. I'm just giving a minute or two for some more people to join. Insha'Allah ta'ala. Just at the same time, let me fix this. Right. There we go. Hey, looks like it's lit. Alright. I don't know. There we go. كيف حالكم? How's everyone doing? Alhamdulillah. I'm just giving it a minute or two for people to join, inshallah, and then we will start with session number 8, Homemade Happiness. People are kind of slow today. Today is Friday. All right. Today's Friday. Yeah. Yay, my man Kiko. My friend, my man Kiko. I'm just giving it a minute for those of you who just joined. More people to join, inshallah. And then we'll start our session number 8 on the homemade happiness, insha'Allah ta'ala. Insha'Allah ta'ala. Today we're still going to be talking about that language of compassion, but then I will move into something really interesting, which is about sharing with you some really golden tools on how we could, insha'Allah ta'ala, direct and guide our children, insha'Allah. Right? So this will be family. It is a family program, but this particular session, would require all the parents to be involved, inshallah. Husbands, wives, brothers and sisters, all, inshallah ta'ala, to be involved. I'm just giving it a minute again, more a little bit, because some people are taking it slow today joining. I don't know what's going on. It should be 6 o'clock we normally start, so it's a slow start for some reason, but people are slowly getting in, inshallah. All right, so yeah. سلام الله يا أمي على ملء الهبات عزمي ومن في قلبها رسمي. سلام الله يا أمي فهل أنسى مدى العمر ملاكا في ضيا البدر وبحرا صافيا يجري بفيض الحب والبسم. أمي سلام الله يا أمي على من ألهبت عزمي ومن في قلبها رسمي. سلام الله يا أمي سلام الله يا أمي على على من ألهبت عزمي ومن في قلبها رسمي سلام الله يا أمي سألت الله يبقيك لنا دوما ويحميك وكل خير يعطيك أمي سلام الله يا أمي على من ألهبت عزمي ومن في قلبها رسمي سلام الله يا أمي. This is just a little intro, inshallah ta'ala, waiting for some more people to join so that we can start our program, my brothers and sisters, session number 8 on homemade happiness. Homemade happiness, inshallah ta'ala. Alrighty, so you know what, I'm just gonna start. People are coming in late, so I'm sorry, that's their problem, but the sessions are always recorded anyway, so inshallah ta'ala we will start. Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. Brothers and sisters, welcome all of you to the homemade happiness, and this is the family program which we've started right after the end of time. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to fill our homes with happiness. So we talked, because we mentioned the fact that this program is for all members of the family. All members of the family. You know, to the sisters, the brothers, the sons, the daughters, the wives, the husbands, dads, moms, grandmas, granddads. Everybody will have a piece, inshaAllah ta'ala, of this pie, you know, as we are discussing and talking to all of them, inshaAllah ta'ala. And so far I have shared with you eight principles, and this is just an intro, as I always mentioned, you know, in the past, that I may not be able to solve all, you know, like cases and problems that happen, that, you know, in different houses, but what I can do instead is share with you these principles, inshallah. And these principles or foundations that if we were to try to abide by them, to try to use them, to try to apply them in our daily lives at home, inshallah ta'ala, we will have a homemade happiness. So the first principle that I have shared was worship Allah Azza wa Jal together. This is just, again, a quick recapitulation, inshallah ta'ala. Worship Allah together. That's principle number 1. Foundation number 2, value your family. Always value your family. Your family has to come first before anything else. Number 3, live with mercy with your family, and outside of your family, apply mercy, apply the rahmah, you know, with your family. Family is a blessing. That's foundation number 4. Family is a ni'mah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a blessing. Number 5, we talked about the pivotal role of the father. We spend a lot of time talking about, you know, that and about the father. And number 6, the father, the friend. And how can the father be the actual friend? Number 7, we talked about the mothers and the engines for motivation. Mothers are the engines for motivations. And number 8, we talked about the language of compassion. That's what we talked about yesterday, my brothers and sisters. That language that we need to apply in our homes, with our loved ones, and in fact, not only in our homes, but also outside of our homes. Language of al-hub, the language of al-atifa, the language of love and compassion, my brothers and sisters. So these were the 8 principles shared with you so far, my brothers and sisters. I gave some examples about Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam. You know, Prophet Muhammad with Mu'ad, Prophet Muhammad with Abu Umama, Prophet Muhammad with Ibn Abbas, you know, the kids, and how before he addresses them, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he tells them that he loves them, you know. He shows that language of compassion to them, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you know. So imagine if you were to use that same language with our families, with our loved ones, right? You know, And as I mentioned, if you remember, that our children, they tend to learn by watching more than they learn by listening, right? They learn by watching us and watching our actions. So, you have that key. And the language of compassion is that key. The language of compassion is like Musa's staff. Musa had a staff, the magical staff, that stick that Musa had, right? That staff that he hit the ocean with, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala split the ocean asunder. So the language of compassion is the staff of Musa alayhi salam. In a way, this is an analogy, but it's a magical tool to use with, not only with our loved ones, to use with anybody. You have that, subhanAllah, that language, that key called the language of al-hub, the language of compassion. Brothers and sisters, al-hub, love. Remember, I mentioned something during the end of time about love, that the Prophet Muhammad, and this is why I said the language of compassion is asa sihri, it's a magical tool. The Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam says, إذا أحب الرجل أخاه فليخبره أنه يحبه في الله. When a man loves his brother, he should tell him that he loves him for the sake of Allah. When a sister loves her sister, she should tell her that he or she loves her for the sake of Allah. It's ibadah. Really, it's ibadah. It's a worship of Allah Azza wa Jal. When you tell one another that you love them, just like you say Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, right? It's ibadah. So telling your brother for the sake of Allah that I love you for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal. It is ibadah. And the Prophet said that. فَلْيُخْبِرْهُ أَنَّهُ يُحِبُّهُ. He tells him, this is when you move from love into affection. Right? Love is a feeling, remember? Love is just a feeling. But then when you translate that feeling into action, it turns into affection. So you tell your brothers, and I mentioned that last time, and Allah is my witness, all right? You don't see me, I don't see you, I'm talking to the air. And I hope I'm talking to your hearts. Allah Azza wa Jal is my witness. And the angels are my witness. I love you all for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is the purest form of love. The purest form of love. I don't need nothing from any of you. And that's what true love is all about. Love is when you give. As that Chinese proverb says, there's a Chinese proverb, and I like it. They said the happiest people are those who give the most versus those who take the most. I like that. Yeah. Although coronavirus came from China, I forgive them for the sake of Allah because they said the happiest people are those who give the most versus those who take the most. The happiest people. And I love you all for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I like to give. I don't need nothing back. Nothing back. But this is the true form of love. Yes. Thank you, Layla and Umair and Sek and all of you and Karima, all of you. This is the true mahabbat. Abka mahabbat kartahu for the sake of Allah. And abka mahabbat kartihu for the sake of Allah. Right? This is the true, as I said, purest form of love. Right? Yes, this is where when somebody tells you, I love you for the sake of Allah, hey, yo, Umair, don't get to that sister and says, I'm applying what the Sheikh says. I love you, sister, for the sake of Allah. And you do like this. I love you for the sake of Allah. No, man, go tell that to your sister, to your mother, to your wife, inshallah ta'ala, right? So the purest form of love, the Prophet says, إِذَا أَحَبَّ الرَّجْلُ أَخَاهُ فَلْيُخْبِرْهُ. When a man loves his brother for the sake of Allah, he should tell him that he loves him. Go do that, inshallah ta'ala. And this is the language of compassion. This is the language of love that I said that we need to use. Use with your kids. Use with your loved ones. Use with people outside, with people at work. The language of al-hub. the language of al-hub. And there's sometimes people, like amongst the Arabs, sometimes there's these, like the Lebanese, Egyptians, they call you Habibi, hey Habibi. We Moroccans, we don't say that. Moroccans, we don't say that unless we mean it. You just go to a shop from a guy you've never seen before, you want to buy something, he says, hey Habibi, hey Habibi. Hey man, don't Habibi me. Unless you mean it. Habibi, what do you mean you're Habibi? I don't know, but these guys, it's in their culture, right? It's in their culture. This, even amongst the Arabs, they're different cultures, subhanAllah, right? So it's but we Moroccans, we're different. Moroccans, we say Habibi if we really mean Habibi, right? I tell you Habibi, if I don't mean Habibi, you Moroccans, you won't hear it from us. The Egyptians, the Lebanese, the Syrians, they will tell you, Ya Umri, Ya Aini, Ya Aini, Ya oh my eye, oh my life, oh my word. They don't mean it, man. They just met you like 1 second ago and they start telling you all these amazing, beautiful, romantic words. I said, what the heck is going on here, man? You know, this guy's calling me all these beautiful names. I don't know them. I went to a dentist before. Oh man, that was crazy. And then, you know, just I go only to male doctors. I don't go to female doctors. But this doctor was female, and it was just a check or something. And she was saying, yes, Umri, what do you need, Umri? She's calling me her life. She's calling me her world. She's calling me her eyes. And I say, hey, to myself, I says, are we gonna look at my teeth, or are you looking at my heart, or what are you looking at now? You know, she's calling, but it's in the culture. She's in the culture. She's calling me, yeah, Umri, open your mouth, Umri, open your mouth, Aini, open your mouth, Aini. Oh my, I says, hey, man, I'm a man, but I can't help it, hey, I can't help it, take it easy. I'll take my man and put it in and go home. I will just let you talk to my man. Hey. I know. Hey, what did you mean, Amri Aini? Hey, that's it. I never went back, you know. So otherwise, I will bring a sheikh with me, and then we put right there. We put the aqd and do the aqd nikah, and then you can call me Amri Aini. I'll call you more too. I can call you two beautiful things. I will just call, right there and tell you. You should have told me I will bring a sheikh with me, and then we do the aqd nikah right there. You know, but I say this is the key. Language of compassion. Yes. And brothers and sisters, putting the jokes aside, and that was not a joke, that was a true thing, right? That was exactly, I was put the jokes at the side. Our love to our children should be unconditional love. Unconditional. You have to love them unconditionally. Right? We all do that. We have to love them unconditionally. So, you tell them, let's say, they may be naughty, they did something wrong, they did something really bad. This is not going to decrease anything from my love to you. I really, truly love you. You are a piece of me. I'm talking to your children. You are a piece of me. You are the air that I breathe. Yes, you did that. I'm really disappointed. I'm your father. I'm your mom. I truly love you unconditionally. But that what you did is really disappointing. Really makes me sad. Really makes me sad. But still, I totally, fully, wholeheartedly love you. Now, remember when I said that it is very critically important to tell your kids that you love them? Do that. It's very, very حب. نعم. لا مشروط. لا مشروط. There is no conditions in it. And I wish, inshallah, once we start talking about husbands and wives, listen to me very well. Once I start talking about husbands and wives, we want that love to be also unconditional. We want the same love that we're having with our children. It is unconditional love. We want the same love, inshallah ta'ala, with our children, to our husbands and wives, to be also unconditional love. Yes, I am sad. You did something really disappointing. I'm really sad. I'm sad that you did not pray today. I'm sad that you broke that thing today. I'm sad that you went with that guy, although I told you to be careful, but you did the same. You fell in the same mistake again. I'm really sad and disappointed, but I still love you. I love you. I truly do. So this is the have you ever tried writing a love letter to your child? Have you ever tried, those of you who have children, and kids, and then maybe you go into the difficulties with them, have you ever tried have you ever tried writing a letter to them, sending a message to them, writing an email to them, right? And telling them about, your feelings towards your kids, and how maybe you were disappointed, or maybe you were grateful for whatever they have done or whatnot, but sending that message to them. You know that if you have tried so many things and maybe you have not tried writing, try writing a letter to them. And maybe people don't write letters nowadays. A long time ago, in my time, we used to write letters, we used to write letters and we used to put, like the same letter, like on a paper, and then you put, some spray some perfume to smell nice, especially you sending a letter to your, I'm talking about, and then you put some lipstick, not the man, and then you put lipstick on, and then you put the letter in an envelope, and then you send it to them, and they open, they find, lipstick, the lipstick, it smells, come on, stop it, man. We used to write those letters a long time ago, right? We used to do that a long time ago. We used to write these letters and then spray some perfume on them, and then send it, and then I write, but now and now try, if you're having issues with something, try. There are many methods. It could be, if this method did not work, try this other method, but try this writing, it's really beautiful. Writing to your son or to your daughter, and telling them how you love them, and also maybe if you got disappointed with something that they have done, then write it to them. It's something that really it leaves something in their heart. It could be an email, right? And then they keep those things. They keep them. They really keep them. A text message. I also say to the children out there, brothers and sisters, your parents, they be making mistakes. We all make mistakes. So they're still your parents. They should be the dearest thing to your lives, your parents. Please do remember that. Yes, you may say, my father, he oppressed me, or he abused me, or this or that or whatnot. They still are your parents. Abuk, ummuk, your mother, regardless. She broke your heart or whatnot, they're still your parents, and they should be. There's a gate in Jannah. There's a gate in Jannah called the gate of the parents. Bab al-Walid, the gate of the parents. And we'll talk more about this, inshallah ta'ala, when it comes to talking about the parents together, because we talked about the mother, we talked about the father, and I'm going to talk about the parents in general, inshallah ta'ala. So, my brothers and sisters, please use this beautiful language called the language of love, the language of compassion with your home, bi'idhnillah. And sisters, dads and fathers, dads, moms, listen up. Especially dads. Dads, listen up. Girls, they need jazakumullah khair. Girls, they need that love, that compassion more. Girls, your daughters, they need that compassion and that love a lot more. I'm not biased, because you may tell me, Sheikh, you're biased. You're biased. This is not fair. You're not just here. Boys need it too. Yes. But girls, they need it more. And I'm going to explain why. But first, let me ask you, do you agree with me or disagree with me? Siyaf, Ayman, Rida, Nadia Nadim, Silk 1998, Layla, Ayub, Yasmin, do you agree? Don't just agree because I said so. Girls, they need that compassion and that love more. This is how Allah made them. Munisa, Arif, do you agree? Sah. Sumaya, well, you have to agree anyways. If you are the only girl. I'll tell you why. Girls, subhanallah, they are, and I have two girls. May Allah bless you with righteous, girls and children, boys. Girls, Allah made them in such a way, they are kutla min al-atifa. There's like, they're a river, an ocean of compassion. Because she is the nation builder, that girl. She is the nation builder. And if you don't give her that love as a dad or a mom, if you don't give her that compassion, she will go and find it somewhere else. And this is why a lot of them, sometimes they fall easily when they're talking to a boy or some guy who just say beautiful words to them, right? Just a beautiful word, like, you look beautiful today. I like your smile. I like your smile. I like your eyes. Just simple things. These are simple. For me, these are very simple. And they will melt easily. But if she is fed, if she is fed too much love at home, she won't fall for what that guy is saying. And she will say, please respect yourself. Please respect yourself. Right away. She will not give that guy a chance to be saying things like that, because she has, alhamdulillah, her parents, especially her dad, fills her with love and compassion, and it makes her hear so much that she does not need to hear it from somebody else telling her that she's beautiful, telling her that she has beautiful smile, telling her that she has beautiful eyes, telling her that she's this or she's that. No. She hears that from her dad at home all the time. So this guy who's going to try to, throw something down, and then like he's the fisher, right? Trying to fish. She will tell him, hey, we are professional here. We're professional here. We're extending notes or exchanging notes, right? Changing notes, or, I'm in this project or in this conference on this and that. Please respect yourself. Who gave you the right to tell me who am I? I know who am I, alhamdulillah. And I know how I look, and I know this. I don't need that. I mean, sometimes, not to be rude, but at the same time, hey, the guy's telling me about my look and my beauty and my eyes and my smile and my this and my that. No. No, respect yourself. But if she, on the other hand, at home, she's not getting that love and she's not getting that compassion, then she will melt. She will melt. Right? She will melt. And she will like it. She will like it. and the guy will start making things and sending her things and whatnot, she will like it. And she will fall. So the dads, message to the dads, because the moms, they do that, mashallah, all the time. The dads, that language of compassion I was talking about, right? The language of compassion I was talking about, make sure you share that with your daughters a lot. Of course, with your sons, because your sons, they also need to hear that. Your sons, they need also to hear the fact that you love them. Je vous aime, je t'aime, I love you. They need to hear that a lot. The moms, we have no issues, alhamdulillah. The moms, they tell that to their children all the time. But also they need to hear it from the dads. You understand? So, this is why the Prophet Muhammad used to say that all the time to his Fatima, to his daughter Fatima, to Zainab, to Kulthum, right? To his daughters, Ruqayya. And that's why I mentioned that message last time to single moms. And I said the fact that single moms, they need to have some sort of maybe a man in their life for their children. Not necessarily maybe a husband, but a husband would be great. Would be great. But maybe a friend, a good friend, they can, that they respect, like a role model, a brother, an uncle, a grandfather. But they need to hear those words. They need to hear those emotions. They need to hear them, and you need to mean them. You have to mean them as well, my brothers and sisters. It's very important, for these to be meant as well. So, and as I said, women, the girls, they are the future nation builders. They are the future nation builders, right? So they need, how can she raise a nation if she had no affection? Imagine what kind of nation she will build. Excuse me. Imagine a woman who grew up and was raised harshly, very harsh. She did not hear those, she didn't have that compassion. She was raised in an environment with no love and no compassion. What kind of nation she will raise? But on the other hand, if she was raised with compassion and love, Allahu Akbar, a river flowing of love and compassion and tenderness and gentleness. So we dads, we need to make a change. We dads, we need to change. We need to change. Moms, mashallah, I give you all the benefit of the doubt. And so for the dads. But dads, those who don't have difficulties showing their true feelings to their children, please, your children, they need to hear from you, especially your daughters. They need to hear how much you love them, and they need to hear that every day. They need to hear that every day. You understand? So, as I mentioned, this is why Prophet Muhammad, he would kiss Fatima. He would hug Fatima because she was the little one, right? He would kiss her, he would hug her. When she comes in, he would stand up and give her a hug and give her a kiss on her forehead. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam, tell her how much he loved her. Alayhi salatu wassalam. So now I want to maybe jump into something else, my brothers and sisters. How can we, as we're talking about raising our children, I'm going to give you some proactive, ways, and share with you some proactive ways and methodologies that you could use with your children, inshaAllah ta'ala. Right now, I can use that with you right now, tell you about how can we treat them, how can we discipline them, how can we have a homemade happiness, inshaAllah ta'ala, in our home with our families. Right now, I'm going to share with you, take notes. If you're not taking notes already, pull a pen and a paper, inshallah ta'ala, maybe a notebook, take some notes, because I'm going to share with you some methodologies, inshallah, some methods, some new ways, inshallah ta'ala, on that you could use in your homes with your families, bi'idhnillah. But first, let me check on you. Maya, how are you? Fifi Bo, how are you? Sumaya, how are you? Shazia, how are you? Mujahida, Lula Rob, Sana, Miryana Muhammad. How's everybody? How are you guys? How are you guys? How's everyone doing? I'm checking on you first, and then I will move on, inshallah ta'ala. I always have to do this. I always have to check on my beloved. Yashmin, 5682. Abnesh, how are you? Alhamdulillah, Allahumma lak alhamd. Allahumma lak alhamd. Nadia Nadim, alhamdulillah. Mariana Muhammad, doing great. Lula Muhammad, Allahumma lak alhamd. Shazia 411. Call 411. I'm calling 411, not 911. Calling Shazia 411. Info. SOS. Nazmim, how are you? And Shaykh Abdurrahman, Khadija, everybody, Chingler, Elizabeth, how, alhamdulillah, doing great. Umayn, mashallah, and Nawal, mashallah, doing great. Allahumma lak alhamd. Layla, here we go. Good, inshallah, alhamdulillah, Allahumma lak alhamd. Lusana, Mujahida, alhamdulillah, you know. Karima, Allahumma lak alhamd. Aywa. The three musketeers, the three female musketeers are in town today. Karima, Nawal, and Layla. The three musketeers. They're here. Sumaya doing great. Najwa doing great. Alhamdulillah. Allahumma lak alhamd. Munisa doing great. MashaAllah. La quwwata illa billah. MashaAllah. Munisa. MashaAllah. Your recitation today was just top. Yasin al-Rais. Yasin al-Rais. Yasin Habibi al-Rais. Yasin al-Rais. 84. And now, hailing all the way from Reef, all the way from Reef, from An-Nador al-Husayma, and Reis. Exactly. All, you know that. Oh, God goes you. Alhamdulillah, all of you are great. I'm happy. Yay. Allahumma lak alhamd. Alrighty, my brothers and sisters, as I checked on all of you, making sure all of you are great. Rif, yes, from Al-Husayma. Yasin Hawas is in town. MashaAllah, la quwwata illa billah. Alright, you can add 3, and then Yasin Rice, he is the shepherd, right? Watching over you guys. Alright, the boxing begins right now. My brothers and sisters, how should we treat our children? How should we treat our children? Orders, commands. I'm just going to throw things. This is what we do. A lot of parents do this. You tell me if it's wrong or right. Number 1, parents who give orders and commands. Do. You know, number 1. Number 2, parents who adopt another way called refrain from doing this. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. This is how they educate their children. This is how they educate their children. Either they do. Number 2, don't. Number 3, warnings. Oh, if you don't do that, what I will do to you. Do this or. Do that or. I warn you, if you don't do this, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna break you. So these are the 3 main methods adopted by a lot of parents. You know, a lot of parents, especially in my age, in my time, right? You know, parents do, don't. Really, if you don't. In Morocco, we say, in Morocco, we say this. You know, in Morocco, we say this. You know what that means? Oh, man, if you don't do it, I'm going to cut off your ears. In Morocco, we say, hey, if you don't do, I'm going to cut off your ears. You know, subhanallah. But I have something else to propose to you, because there's more stuff. There's more methodologies that are actually, you know, used by people out there, right? There's another method called blame. Blame. So I'm talking about the bad, and then inshallah ta'ala I'll talk about the good. Let's talk about the bad. The blame. If they do something and then they break a glass, they try to cook something and then they burn it. They try to do something, whatever, they fail. And then they just where was your brain, huh? أنت مجنون hey, مجنون hey. You know, in Urdu. مجنون hey. Are you crazy? What was your brain? What was your mind? What were you thinking of? Blame, 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 blame. They tried, but they failed. They broke something. What were you thinking? What were your eyes? Weren't you looking? Where are you looking? What weren't you looking? What weren't you seeing? Can't you hear? Blame. Number two, there's another method that a lot of people use. It's called provocative advice. Provocative advice. I warn you from those guys. Don't hang out with them. If you were to hang out with that guy, they will mislead you. I warn you. You know, this, that. No, this is called provocative advice. There's another method, number three, called threats. Threats. This is all negatives. Don't use them. I'm telling you what's being used out there by a lot of parents. Threats. They're threatening. You know, if you do this, if you go out, the end of time. If you step out, the end of time. If you take your phone, just say ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Just say it. Say it before I come, because I'm gonna kill you. Right? So if you do that, just make shahada. Just make shahada. Say ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, because you're going up there. Threats. Threats. There's another method called orders. Do. I mentioned this earlier, right? Do this, do that, do that. Orders. There's another method which I can relate to a lot. A lot. My children also, they used to relate to this. You think I was perfect? Nobody's perfect. There is another method used a lot by a lot of parents called lectures. Lectures. So here's your father. He's going to come to, because he did something and whatnot, and he's disappointed, he's sad. So he comes, oh, and he say, oh man, this is another lecture is on the way. Another lecture. Muhadara. And then he says, when I was your age, I never had the phone. I did not have a phone. I did not even know what a phone was when I was your age. When I was your age, and then it's like, you in the background you're playing piano. In your background, Astaghfirullah. In the background you're playing. When I was your age, I didn't have a phone. I never knew what a phone was. When I was your age, my father never gave me money. When I was your age, I didn't have no car. I used to walk to school. Miles and miles and miles I used to walk to school. When I was your age, I didn't have that pair of clothes that you have. When I was your age, when I came to Canada, I worked so hard for me to come to Canada, right? And I used to work very, very hard. My first job, I used to do this and I used to do that, right? And when I made my first $5, I was so happy. And that lecture, on and on and on and on. Right? That's one method used by a lot of parents. There's another method called comparison. Oh yes, a lot of parents do this. I used to do it as well. May Allah forgive me. I didn't, my parents did it with me, and all parents do it to each other and this and that, and I did it with my kids. And sometimes you can't help it, but you say it. Sometimes you can't help it, but you say it. You know what it is? You know what it is? You know what I'm talking about? Can you guess? Can you guess what it is? A lot of parents use it until today, and sometimes you can't help it, but you use it. Can you guess that method I'm talking about now? Which one I'm talking about now? Huh? Anybody can guess that method that a lot of parents are using today? The kids, they hate it. Yes, comparing. I said that I think I threw it in the beginning and I forgot. Yes, Munisa. Compare. Our kids, they hate it. Look at your cousin. Look how he's dressed. Look how he talks. Look at the neighbor kids. Look at the neighbor kids. The way she dresses. Why she's wearing hijab and you're not wearing hijab? He's much better than you. He gets A's and you get D's. I remember when I was one day I was in primary school. Primary or secondary school, I forgot, and I remember I had a very, very bad grade, and then my father told me one day, in a Moroccan way, he says, son, he said, son, there's nobody behind you, huh? It's just the wall. I was the last in the class. I had the worst grade in the class, right? The worst grade in the class. He says, son, there was nobody behind you, just the wall. Allah, Ya Rabbi اغفر لنا يا رب. يا رب اغفر لنا. يا رب اغفر لنا يا رب. He says, he knew it, he knew it. There's nobody, in fact, there was nobody behind me except the wall. I was the last in the class. I was the last one. I was the worst grade. He says, son, there's nobody behind you except the wall. So, comparison, comparing our kids to their friends, to their neighbors, to their cousins, they hate it. Or even to their siblings, exactly Nadia Nadim. Exactly Nadia Nadim, which is a mistake a lot of parents do. You compare your sibling to another sibling. How come Umar, he listens? How come your sister listens? How come your Hada, she helps with the dishes and you don't help with the dishes? How come you this and you that? How come? They hate it. I want to share with you foundation number 9. Write down, please, all of you. Nadia Nadim, Le Sana, Mujahida, Shastia, Layla, Karima. You guys are talking Rifi now, huh? Karima, you're talking Dutch to me. I don't know what you guys are saying, Najwa, write down this foundation number 9, principle number 9. Write it down, all of you. Are you guys listening? Are you guys listening to I'm going to share this with you. Write it down. Foundation number 9, principle number 9. I mentioned 8, this is number 9. Alrighty? So write them down, inshallah ta'ala. Write this one down. I'm going to say it, remember it, write it down, share it with others. All right, now thank you, Silk 1998. Silk 1998, what's your name? You got that, mashallah, you're really good. What's your name, Silk 1998? All right, listen up. Foundation or principle number 9, it's called the principle of respect and appreciation. Dads, moms, it's okay, Karima, it's all right, I'm learning Dutch. Write it down. Principle number 9. The principle, it's called the principle of respect and appreciation. Respect and appreciation. right? You have to respect your children. Yes, as a dad, I demand respect. As a dad, I demand respect. As a mom, you demand respect. But you, as a dad, especially a mom, we have to earn that respect. We have to earn it. So, foundation number 9, you've got to use at home this principle called the principle of appreciation and respect. Look how the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ used that. Would you like me to give you some examples on how the Prophet Muhammad used that? Huh? Would you like me to give you some examples on how the Prophet used this principle called the principle of respect and appreciation? Right now. Yes, Yashmin? All right. Yashmin, she wants. She wants me to use that with her. All right. Silk 1998, what's your name? I cannot be calling you Silk 1998. I called Yashmin her name. Layla, Shazia. I know their names. I know Umair. I know Jaida. I call them Arif. Right? I know these guys by name. So here is how, I'm giving you some examples on how the Prophet Muhammad used that concept. He used this principle, this foundation. Oh, Sonia, mashallah. All right, Sister Sonia, I'm sorry. Munisa. Oh, you are Munisa. You are the mother of Munisa. Hey, the whole family is in town. So Munisa and Munisa's dad and Munisa's mom. MashaAllah, Munisa. Okay, cool, Munisa. Munisa Silk 1998. Imagine Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. All right? Imagine Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He is sitting with the Sahaba. And what Sahaba? We're talking about the great, the big Sahabis. You have Abu Bakr, Umar, man, the big Sahabis. But on his right was a kid. On his right was a kid. Ghulam, a boy, a kid. So somebody got him some glass of milk or water. And then the Prophet Muhammad wants to, share with the Sahaba. Normally, the sunnah is to start from the right. Right? The sunnah is to start from the right. And who's on his right? That boy. But on his left were Abu Bakr and Umar, and the big guys. And then there's a little boy on his right. Then the Prophet Muhammad, out of respect, he asked the boy, and he says, would you allow me to give the ankles first? Look at the ihtiram. In Arabic we call it ihtiram. I don't know what you call it in Urdu, right? In Urdu. In English it's called respect. In Arabic it's called ihtiram, right? So the Prophet, despite the age of the boy, he showed respect. He asked him, would you allow me to serve the ankles first? To serve the ankles first? Amazing. It's not like he ignored him. Yeah, boy, who cares? You're just a boy. You think I'm gonna leave Abu Bakr and start with you, boy? No. It's called ihtiram as well, right? So we Arabs copied it from you, Urdu people, huh? I always tell that joke, right? I always say we Arabs copy from India and Pakistan. It's the opposite, I know. Ihtiram. Although it's derived from Hindi and from Arabic. There's a lot of Arabic words in Urdu. So a lot of it comes from Arabic and from Hindi. So it's a mixture, So, so the Prophet Muhammad, as the boy, out of respect, out of ihtiram, he says, can I start from, with the ankles? Look what the boy said. Hear me out what the boy said. The boy said, لا يا رسول الله, no Prophet of Allah, no. لا أؤثر بنصيبي منك. He says, لا يا رسول الله, this is my nasib, this is my right, and I'm not going to to give up my right, and my right is to take from you. I don't want to be taken from anybody else. I want to take from you. I'm on your right, you're going to give me, I will take from you. If it comes from the left, if somebody else will give it to me. No, Ya Rasulullah, I don't want to give up that right. I want to take from you. So the Prophet turned to the Sahaba and he said, حقه, it is his right. It is his right. And he gave him, and he says, drink first. Look at the boy. He's a boy. But the Prophet respected him, and he consulted with him first. Can we start with the uncles first? Today, would our dads do that? Today, would our dads and moms do that? Maybe not. I cannot generalize, but maybe not. Well, they won't even ask. They won't even ask permission. They will just go and say, hey, Shane, uncle first, cha-cha first, chachi first, right? Khala first. But Rasulullah showed that respect. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. I'll give you another example. I'll give you some more examples of the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salam. Prophet Muhammad is walking in the streets of Medina, and he's going somewhere, he's busy, he's going somewhere really, like important. And then came to him a jariya, a little girl, jariya. She held his hand. She says, Ya Rasulullah, I want you to come with me to the market because I need to buy this and this and that. I need to buy this and that. Please come with me to the market. She held his hand. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he could have said, I'm busy. I'm going. I have matters. I have decisions to make. I have stuff to do. I have consultations to go to. I have a Prophet of Allah. I'm not going to leave all this thing to come with you to the market, you little girl, so that you can buy your abaya or your this or that. The Prophet, he left everything and he went with her. Respect. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Somebody entered the masjid while the Prophet is standing and giving a lecture, khutbah. A boy entered the masjid. A boy. He's ghulam. A boy. Ya Muhammad, he says. Disrespect. Muhammad, he said. Oh Muhammad, he said. جئت شاب غريب يسأل عن دينه. I'm a strange boy. I'm a strange young man. I came here to ask about my religion. He said, the Prophet looked at me and he realized how serious I was. He came down from the minbar. He took a seat and then he came and he sat next to me. And he started talking to me, and telling me, do you understand? And I saying, yes, I understand. Yes. And then once he finished talking to me, then he went back and then he carried on his khutbah. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Alayhi salatu wasalam. What do we call this? We call it the principle of respect and appreciation. SubhanAllah, it's already an hour. Instagram is giving me a countdown of 1 minute and a half. I don't understand how it is already an hour, but I have some more to share with you. I have some more to share, some more examples. I have some more methods to share with you. I've got, actually, because we was talking only about the negatives, now I want to talk about the positives. The Prophet Muhammad, when he saw a boy, and he saw a boy, unskinning a sheep. And what did he do, sallallahu alaihi wasallam? What did the Prophet do, alayhi salam? The Prophet, alayhi salam, he was in the battle of Khaybar, and then some kids came and they said, Ya Rasulullah, we have to go and attack. And the Prophet says, no, we should not attack. And then what did the Prophet do after that? Because these kids, they had so much zeal and passion, but the Prophet had to respect that. What did the Prophet do? What did he say, sallallahu alaihi wasallam? What did the Prophet, do to the son, to that little kid who was, who slaughtered that sheep, and he was trying to unskin the sheep? What did the Prophet, ﷺ did? There's so many things I wanted to share with you, my brothers and sisters. What did the Prophet do when he came to the masjid and he found a spit next to the minbar? By the minbar, he found somebody spitting there. He's found a spit. How did he manage that situation? How did he react, sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Instagram is giving me 20-second countdown. My brothers and sisters, may Allah bless you all. Tomorrow is Saturday, inshallah ta'ala. We will carry on tomorrow, Saturday, bi'idhnillah, episode number 10. Jazakumullah khair, barakallahu fikum. Instagram 5432. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum. Jazakumullah khair, Facebook. May Allah bless you all. Amazing again to be with you, but it's an hour time out. Barakallahu fikum. May Allah bless you. Jazakumullah khair. We'll see you tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala. Right? We'll see you tomorrow, inshallah. Jazakallah khair, Miriana. Jazakallah khair, Nadia. Jazakallah khair, Kiko Leblanc. All of you there, thank you so much for joining. Kiko Leblanc, barakallahu fikum. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you again. Barakallahu fikum. We'll see you tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala. We'll see you tomorrow. All right. Yalla. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.